Most of the time, I'll try to start these messages with something poetic and creative, an emotional hook, a gripping line. But I'd like to be direct this time. This message, this sermon, is an invitation to stop trying to make sense of your faith life logically. I want to invite you to see God with different eyes. I want to encourage you to feel God, not just think about God. This invitation is rooted in my own personal needs, and maybe you're like me. I have a tendency to overthink, to intellectualize, to try to rationalize and make sense of everything. That's not all bad, but it keeps me from something important sometimes. Feeling, like fully feeling. Experiences get trapped in the front of my brain, protecting my instincts and my heart. I'm always trying to be, I'll admit this, I'm always trying to be the smartest guy in the room instead of just being in the room with people. And this is why my own faith journey and the theology I've uncovered in my soul over time has been so important to me. It has helped, my faith journey has helped unlock a part of me that allows me to experience the world more fully. My days now have another dimension to them. My work means something more. My encounters are richer and more profound. Once I gave myself permission to stop trying to fit faith inside the standard issue religious boxes I'd been given, everything opened up for me. And maybe you or someone you know might need that too. I think it's why the mystics and the poets seem so wise to me. God isn't a theory or a puzzle to figure out. God is present. God is presence. God is available in the next moment, and especially palpable in the next shared experience, there in the space between me and the next person I encounter. God is that in which we are immersed. God is not something to make sense of, not a concept to master, not a puzzle to be solved. God is that which draws our souls together. God is the space filled by the heart of the next person you meet. God is the spark inside all of us that glistens when we are connected. Listen, I'm not suggesting that thinking about your faith is bad, not at all. I'm just offering this truth. Thinking my way to faith was never enough for me. I needed to learn to feel God's presence, and that took practice. The difference between thinking about God and allowing myself to be present with my own experience of God was like the difference between reading the scientific name of a butterfly and having one land on my nose. There are 5 voices I'd like us to hear today that speak into the nonlinear, unboxed, ethereal, beautiful God I'm getting to know. First, hundreds of years ago, Julian of Norwich famously wrote these words: "The fullness of joy is to behold God in everything." The Apostle Paul even borrowed a line from Greek poets, originally written about Zeus to describe the God he had come to know. "For in him we live and move and have our being." Jesus pointed to this kind of experience when he spoke of abiding in John 15. Abiding is a word that hints at living, tabernacling, rooting, staying, feeling. He taught that the divine was available when we made a home in each other. 13th century mystic Meister Eckhart, whose deep Christian spirituality sure sounds pretty Buddhist when you encounter it today, invited us to experience God completely when he wrote, "The eye with which I see God is the same eye with which God sees me." And a frightened Moses was deeply comforted when God said, "My presence will go with you and I will give you rest." What do you hear in those 5 voices? Do you hear logic, reason, rules, and categorization? I don't. Since I started this message so plainly, maybe I should end it more poetically. So here's a short piece I wrote. "Among us, love dwells unmet, drifting lonely, without our embrace, craving our attention, it sings a hollow song of solitude. While we desperately barb and jab, claiming divine knowledge as our own, protecting denomination, we scowl, a pathetic fight for relevance. If only the twain would converge, melting the glacier of soullessness, warming our hearts, we'd become a people of God once more." Amen. Hey, take this message into your life this week and fill the space between you and every person you encounter with God's love and feel God there in the encounter. My favorite church is the space between people. Now go with God's love and create the church between.